This weekend, we've got a bit of a sleeper. We've got a bit of a sleeper on our hands. So, Cody Garbrant takes on Rob Font at UFC Fight Night this weekend in the bantamweight division. Now, Rob Font is on a 3-fight win streak. Cody Garbrandt went on a 3-fight skid where he lost to TJ Dillashaw twice. I think he lost to Pedro Munoz. And then, of course, he just beat Rafael Assunção. I say just beat, it was last year, but you'll remember that knockout. Spectacular knockout. Cody kind of just ducked down for about 15 minutes and then just came up swinging through a right hand from his ankle and knocked out Assunção. So this is set up Rob Font versus Cody Garbrandt, which kind of sets it up quite well because Rob Font is ranked number 3 and Cody Garbrandt is ranked number 4. Now, obviously, we've had the madness that Aljamain Sterling is the champion in this division. And that rematch with Peter Yan is incoming. I know that Aljamain Sterling recently had surgery on his neck. We have also got TJ Dillashaw returning from suspension into the bantamweight division. Supposed to be taking on Corey Sandhagen last month. That can has been kicked down the road to this month. So we will see that fight in the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks or so. So as far as the bantamweight division goes, it looks really interesting. We've still got Jose Aldo knocking about. We've still got Marlon Moraes knocking about. And I don't really want to say Frankie Edgar's name in there, but he's still kicking about that division. So what are we going to see from Rob Font or Cody Garbrandt this weekend? I'm quite high on Rob Font. I like him a lot. I think he's been really entertaining in his last 3 fights. He's a really good striker. Cody Garbrandt, of course, his striking resume is not in question. He did have some difficulties with COVID. I know he had a lot of blood clots and things like that. I don't think he knew he had COVID and he was training a lot. And he talked about that on Joe Rogan's podcast. But that's a really compelling fight in the bantamweight division. And whoever wins that will have to deal with the fact that Aljamain Sterling is going to take on Peter Yan again. And we probably know how that's going to go. Peter Yan's probably going to get his belt back. But I know that Cody lost twice to TJ Dillashaw. But there's a couple of fights out there that I will subscribe to no matter how many times one of them wins or loses. It's like Mission Impossible films. Tom Cruise keeps making them. As long as he keeps making them, I'm going to keep watching them. And if DC ever wants to fight John Jones again, I'll buy a ticket. 100 times. I don't care if he loses 5 times in a row. That rivalry is one of my favourites of all time. One of my other favourite rivalries of all time is TJ Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt. And I do know that Cody Garbrandt lost twice and lost twice convincingly. But guess what? If TJ Dillashaw beats Corey Sandhagen and Cody Garbrandt beats Rob Font, we know we have to wait for Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan. I'm okay watching that fight a 3rd time. What do you guys think? I'm up for it.